Good morning. I hope you're all doing really, really well. So there's a message here for somebody today, and it's a weird message because I've been having this conversation with my son this morning. We had a strange conversation where ducklings and ducks became the topic of conversation, and then when we were driving home, a female duck was flying alongside the car for ages on the left. So I feel like if ducks have some kind of significance to you, especially female ducks, then this may be a message for you today. So let's get into what this message is about. That won't be for everybody, I know, but it may clock your attention enough for you to watch the whole of this video. Make sure that you are following the real Wyrd Enchantress. I'm Wyrd Enchantress. At Wyrd Enchantress, there is no other me, and I will never reach out to you. I never ask you if you want a reading. I will wait for you to contact me. And if you're unsure, you can always email me. So, what is this message today for the person watching? What is this message going to be? Oh, we have Wise Owl. The number is 31, which you could make that into 4, which is the number of the Emperor. So this, I feel, is about you being led by wisdom rather than by, and this keeps coming through lately, rather than by emotion. I feel like I know why ducks have come through. Oh my God, and number 4 is underneath there as well, untamable. That's funny. There's something about like ducks, you know, the real wildness of them. They're actually quite brutal with each other, especially the males to the females. Like the females put up with a lot. And I feel like maybe if you are the female here, perhaps you've been put up with a lot, but in every situation you've been in, it's actually made you wiser. And with the wings open like that, it's almost like a feeling of, you know how expansive you've become from the experiences that you've been through. They've never got you down, they've only made you stronger. And you're starting to realise this. And I feel like now you are starting to realise how you are moving through not being led by emotion, but being led by that wisdom. So let's see. Oh, the Pilgrim's Path, journey, exploration and life lessons. Some of you are going it alone. You've made a choice or a decision on the path that you're going to take. Now that almost looks like a question mark to me on there. So it's almost like you're going for it anyway, but you're still doubting whether you're doing the right thing or you're taking the right path. Allow yourself to be fully guided by that intuition. Always check in. Am I moving through this because of emotion? Am I holding on to something because of sentimentality or emotion? Or can I actually override that and go, this is the right path for me. This is the right decision for me. And it's funny what doors open up for you unexpectedly when you take that opportunity. Journey, exploration and life lessons. You have learned from the lessons and you're learning to trust yourself. You know, you are in a stage of life now where you're repairing that relationship with yourself. You're repairing the relationship with all the versions of you. Your inner child, your inner teenager, the inner adolescence, and where you are at the stage in your life right now. Yeah, you're paying attention to a lot of what's going on around you as well. I feel like you may be seeing people in a different light lately, or you're really listening to what people are saying. You're no longer listening to say your bit next. You're now listening to obtain information, to understand, to recognise, you know, are this person's words and actions aligning? And my words and actions aligning? You know, I feel like for some of you, you've realised where there may have been confusion in certain relationships in your life. But that may be because you are saying, yeah, I'm good with stuff when you're really not. Yeah. So there's something about you stepping up a level here and kind of treating yourself like royalty at this time. Athala is coming through as this is you inheriting some really good quality gifts from your ancestors. I feel like you've always known that there's been a very deep spiritual side of you. Some of you, I kind of see a trip to Peru, you know, like the Inca Trail. You may have been reading up about the Inca Trail. Maybe you've been looking at Alberto Vivaldo, you know, shamanism, things like that. There's something about that that's a real pull to you at this time. So you may be looking at the medicine wheel and the Incas. But it feels like there's a real deep knowing and understanding, and you're bringing forward these gifts from your ancestors. You're no longer just settling for what you think you should have or should do in your life. You're actually on this pilgrimage now of like, I'm going to go out and get what is right for me and what feels like it fits me. Even if that's the harder path, it's the truthful path. And this is, you know, how kings and queens are run, is in knowing what is right for the greater good, not what I want on an emotional level. You're learning to move past that. So let's see, what is this current situation that you are going through right now? Oh, I feel like we've got two cards there. We've got Justice and the Nine of Wands. A sticky situation, because I feel like it hurts to know the truth, but in that pain, in that hurt, you're also picking yourself back up off the floor again. It feels like, you know, you're just accepting that you have this wounded warrior type of energy about you, and you no longer, like, you know, you don't play victim. You're not pretending or saying that woe is me, look at what I've been through in my life, you know, and trying to get sympathy off people. Instead, you're just kind of looking at things as black and white. It's like, this is how I feel and this is what needs to happen. That's it. You know, you're not trying to make excuses for anybody anymore. You're not trying to make excuses for yourself. But, you know, let's be real. Let's be raw about this. It hurts. You're hurting. You're in a lot of pain emotionally from things that have happened, but you're not allowing that pain and that emotion to block you from this pilgrimage, from the exploration. And there is an element of excitement with that as to what you're moving into. I can see Gebo staring right at me, which is a rune of balance. It's, you know, giving and receiving in balance. A gift, a real gift. And I feel like you're starting to see yourself as that gift now. And why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you do that? You're going to explore some sacred sites, I feel. But you're not going it alone. You're not doing all of this on your own, by the way. Let's find more out about that. Just saw the World then. You are travelling. You are going to be exploring new sites, new places. You've got the bug. You're a very indecisive person, though, I feel. You're not going this alone, but you can't make up your mind. I feel like you go through your mind a lot of, like, it's almost like you have an idea over perhaps people in your life, and then you're like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. But then you come back round to it again. Oh, we've got the Three of Cups in the reverse position. So I feel like there could be some situations in your life or some people in your life that you're moving away from. You're kind of stepping away from. It could be that you've been made to feel like you're not a priority in someone's life here, and that you've just been an option sort of thing, and you don't like that. You don't want that, because you want balance, and you are promising yourself at this time that, like, we only accept anything that brings balance. You know, what I put in, I receive back. If that isn't happening, it's not balanced and it's not fulfilling and it doesn't bring me joy. You're getting really good at doing that now. You're getting really good at discernment. The Eight of Swords in reverse, you're not holding back anymore. You're not willing to put yourself in positions that feel uncomfortable or unstable anymore. This is really good news. Ha! And we have a king, the King of Pentacles. I feel like some of you may be more masculine watching this, and you're getting your ideas together for stability, bringing that stability, providing. You're bringing forward, you know, those positive masculine traits. Now, if you're feminine here, I feel like you've got a king coming in, a masculine who has all of this together, who can provide and bring that stability and that protection that you really do want, that you really do require. You do have fear over this, though. For some of you, it's like you fear you're going to be left on the shelf. I'm not seeing that. I don't see you being on your own, and I do see this king coming in. Let's see if I can get you one more card. And you don't even have to be that patient anymore for this. If you want more on what this is, then drop me a DM or email me to book in a full reading. Yeah, and I will be live a bit later, about 9 o'clock, doing a daily battle. So join me there. Blessed be.